Yo, when you think of royalty, your mind probably jumps to the British monarchy, right? Castles, crowns, maybe some fancy tea parties. But hold up, let me drop a truth bomb. The British royals are nowhere near the wealth of Saudi Arabia's ruling family. We're talking trillions of dollars. A fortune so massive it makes everyone else look like they're scraping by. Imagine gold-plated palaces, private jets on speed dial, and a lifestyle that's straight out of a billionaire's dream. Ready to take a peek inside their world of unimaginable power and luxury? Let's go. What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel where we spill the tea on the world's richest and most powerful. Today, we're diving headfirst into the staggering, mysterious, and absolutely loaded world of Saudi Arabia's royal family, the House of Saud. These guys aren't just rich. They're on a whole other level, with wealth and influence that shape entire economies and global politics. From their jaw-dropping palaces to the billions they throw around like pocket change, we're about to uncover the secrets behind their insane fortune. How did they build this empire? What's the real story behind their power? And why does the world keep watching their every move? Stick with me, because we're peeling back the layers on a family that is fascinating. Born in 1985, Mohammed bin Salman is the son of King Salman, Saudi Arabia's ruler. But this isn't just a born with a silver spoon story. MBS was groomed to lead, and in 2017 he snagged the Crown Prince title, basically becoming the guy running the show. Since then, he's been shaking things up big time, from global deals to mega projects. Now let's talk money, because MBS's wealth is next level. His fortune is tied to Saudi Aramco, the world's biggest oil company, pumping out billions like it's nothing. Then there's a public investment fund, or PIF, a $700 billion juggernaut that's basically his piggy bank. The House of Saud's net worth? Some estimated at $1.4 trillion. And MBS has his hands on a huge chunk. His cash flows into everything. Real estate like a $300 million French chateau, tech stakes in Uber and Lucid Motors, and even electric cars and sports teams. And he dropped $450 million on a Leonardo da Vinci painting, Salvator Mundi, just because he could. That's the kind of flex we're dealing with. But it's not all about personal toys. MBS is using this wealth to push Vision 2030, his plan to make Saudi Arabia less oil-obsessed and more of a global tech and tourism hub. From buying up sports leagues to building futuristic cities, his investments are as bold as his bank account. So, how does a guy like this live day to day? Spoiler, it's not your average 9 to 5. Let's dive into his lifestyle next. Alright, let's talk big money, asterisk $1 trillion asterisk money. As Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, or MBS, controls a public investment fund, or PIF, one of the planet's fattest sovereign wealth funds, sitting at around $930 billion in assets as of late 2024. This isn't some dusty vault of gold bars. It's a war chest MBS is wielding to make massive moves across the globe. From tech to castles, he's spending like a guy who knows oil won't last forever. So, where's all this cash going? Let's break it down. First up, the PIF and its wild investments. MBS isn't just leaning on Saudi Arabia's oil empire. Though, yeah, Saudi Aramco is a cash machine. He's betting big on diversifying the kingdom's future. The PIF has dropped billions into tech giants like Uber, electric car maker Lucid Motors, and SoftBank's Vision Fund, which funnels money into startups. We're talking $45 billion into SoftBank alone, though that one's had some bumps, like losses from WeWork and Uber. He's also got stakes in gaming companies like Activision, Blizzard, and Nintendo, plus sports ventures like Newcastle United FC. Why? It's all part of Vision 2030, his master plan to pivot Saudi Arabia into a tech, entertainment, and tourism powerhouse. The guy's playing chess, not checkers, aiming to future-proof the economy. Then there's the local game. Over 60% of PIF's investments stay in Saudi Arabia, backing mega projects like NEOM, a $500 billion futuristic city with AI and robot workers, and the Red Sea Project, a luxe eco-tourism spot. The funds also create over 79 companies, from Saudi Coffee to Riyadh Air, and it's pushing sectors like renewable energy and military tech. By 2025, MBS wants the PIF to hit $2 trillion, creating 1.8 million jobs and pumping $1.2 trillion into non-oil GDP. It's bold, risky, and totally MBS. Now let's talk real estate, because MBS doesn't do normal houses. His $300 million Chateau Louis, the 14th in France, is a 17th century inspired palace with gold leaf walls, a moat, and a private cinema. Back home, Al Yamama Palace in Riyadh is less a home, more a marble-clad city. Built in 1988, it's the king's official residence and a diplomatic hub, with Italian marble floors, carved ceilings, and crazy security, like AI surveillance and anti-missile systems. MBS also has stakes in projects like King Abdullah Financial District, a 1.6 million square meter development reshaping Riyadh's skyline. These aren't just properties. They're power moves, blending luxury with strategy. MBS's assets aren't just about flexing. They're about building a legacy. From tech bets to desert palaces, he's spending puts Saudi Arabia on the map. Want to know what a day in his life looks like? Stay tuned, because it's wild. All right, now we're getting to the juicy stuff. How does Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, aka MBS, actually spend his insane wealth? We're not talking about boring bank accounts here. Think private jets that look like penthouses, yachts that could star in a Bond movie, and palaces that make Versailles blush. MBS's lifestyle is so over the top. It's practically its own planet. Let's dive into the toys and indulgences that define his world. First up, let's talk jets, because MBS doesn't just fly. He soars in absurd luxury. His crown jewel is a custom Boeing 747-400, and trust me, this ain't your average plane. It's a flying palace, decked out with gold-plated throne. Yes, an actual throne, plus a private office with mahogany desks and a bedroom with silk sheets for chilling at 40,000 feet. Picture crystal chandeliers, a dining room for 20, and bathrooms bigger than most apartments. This jet, worth over $400 million, is built for running a kingdom midair, with secure comms and Wi-Fi that probably works better than yours. He's also got a Boeing 747 BBJ in the fleet, just as plush, and Airbus A340 for smaller trips. Whether he's jetting to AG20 Summit or a quick getaway to Monaco, MBS travels like a king, with a crew that caters to his every whim. Now let's hit the water, because MBS's yacht game is unreal. Meet Serene, a $550 million monster that's one of the world's priciest super yachts. This 134-meter floating resort has it all: an underwater viewing room for watching fish, a nightclub with a killer sound system, and get this, 10 jacuzzis. 10. It's got dual helipads, a saltwater pool, a cinema, and wellness suites with saunas and snow rooms. Previously owned by a Russian oligarch, MBS snapped up to cruise places like the Maldives or Amalfi Coast, hosting VIPs or just vibing with family. But that's not all. He also owns Pegasus 8, a $200 million yacht that's smaller but still screams luxury. Refitted to his specs, it's got sleek Italian design, private suites, and space for high-stakes meetings. These yachts aren't just for fun, they're mobile embassies, docking in global hotspots to flex Saudi Arabia's wealth. Picture MBS on deck, sipping coffee as the sun sets, with a submarine ready for an impromptu dive. It's a lifestyle most billionaires can only dream of. Back on land, MBS's homes are straight up legendary. The Al Yamama Palace in Riyadh is his main base, and calling it a palace doesn't do it justice. It's more like a small city. Built in 1988, this beast spans hectares with marble halls, gold-plated fixtures, and sprawling gardens that could host a music festival. Inside, you've got private theaters, indoor pools, and dining rooms for state banquets. Security? Think elite guards, AI surveillance, and anti-missile tech. It's not just a home. It's Saudi Arabia's political nerve center, where MBS hosts world leaders like Xi Jinping or Biden. Then there's his $300 million Chateau Louis, the 14th in France, a 17th century style masterpiece with moat, gold leaf fountains, and a hedge maze. It's got a wine cellar for 3,000 bottles, a meditation room, and a nightclub. Because why not? He's also got properties in London, Paris, and Jeddah, each tricked out with art collections and tech like smart home systems. These aren't just houses. They're statements of power, blending Arabian heritage with global swagger. MBS doesn't just live in luxury. He owns it. So, That's how MBS indulges jets, yachts, and palaces at Redefine Extra. Prince Alwaleed bin Talal, Saudi royalty with a bank account that could buy small countries. He's not just a prince. He's a billionaire investor who founded Kingdom Holding Company, a global powerhouse with stakes in everything from Citigroup to Four Seasons hotels. They call him the Warren Buffett of the Middle East because he's got that Midas touch, turning smart bets into billions. Think Apple, Twitter, even Elon Musk's XAI. This guy's got his fingers in the world's biggest pies. His net worth? Around $16.5 billion. Give or take a yacht or two. From palaces to private jets, his life screams success, but it's his deal-making that built the empire. Want to know how a royal kid became a global tycoon? Stick with us. We're walking you through every wild, luxurious step of Alwaleed's billionaire lifestyle. It's going to blow your mind. He didn't exactly start from the bottom, but Prince Alwaleed bin Talal's roots are a wild mix of royalty and hustle. Born in 1955 in Jeddah to Prince Talal, a Saudi royal known as the Red Prince for his reformist streak, and Mona Al-Sol, daughter of Lebanon's first prime minister, Alwaleed was swimming in privilege. His grandpa, King Abdulaziz, Saudi Arabia's founder. Talk about a golden cradle. After his parents split when he was 7, he bounced between Riyadh and Beirut, soaking up both Bedouin vibes and cosmopolitan flair. Military school in Riyadh toughened him up, but the real game changer was his Western education. At 20, he jetted to California's Menlo College, snagging a business degree in 1979, then crushed an MBA in social science at Syracuse University by 1985. By 1979, Alwaleed was already hungry, kicking off his investing career with just $30,000 from his dad and a mortgaged house. From a tiny Riyadh cabin, he started Kingdom Establishment, cutting deals during Saudi's oil boom. That scrappy start, plus royal connections, laid the foundation for an empire that'd make billionaires jealous. Curious how he turned pocket change into palaces? We're just getting started. Let's start with the jet. Actually, jets, plural, because Prince Alwaleed bin Talal doesn't fly. He rules the skies. His Boeing 747, bought secondhand from Air China in 2003 for $220 million, is a flying mansion. We're not talking first class. This is a class above everyone else. Picture this. A sprawling master suite with a king-size bed draped in silk, gold-plated bathrooms with marble sinks, and a dining room for 20, decked out with crystal chandeliers and gold-trimmed tableware. The main deck is a lounge that screams palace, with Italian leather sofas and rare wood paneling. And there's a prayer room with a digital Qibla finder, because even at 40,000 feet, Alwaleed's got style and faith. Need to get somewhere fast? He's got helicopters stored inside the jet, ready to zip from the tarmac to his next meeting. But wait, he didn't stop there. In 2007, Alwaleed ordered the world's biggest jet, an Airbus A380 dubbed the Flying Palace, for a cool $371 million. The plan? A 3-level extravaganza with private suites, a concert hall, and, get this, a garage for his Rolls-Royce. Gold and onyx bathrooms, a steam room, even a stable for horses and camels were on the list. Sadly, the 2008 financial crisis tanked the deal, and he defaulted on payments, selling it to an unknown buyer by 2013. Still, his 747, Airbus A321, and Hawker's silly 125 keep him soaring in unmatched luxury. Imagine boarding a plane where the crew knows your favorite caviar brand and the Wi-Fi never drops. That's Alwaleed's vibe, flying like a king while the rest of us are stuck in economy. Want to know what else he owns that'll make your jaw drop? Buckle up, it's about to get wilder. Now, if the jet feels too cramped, let's hop aboard Prince Alwaleed bin Talal's Kingdom 5KR, an 86-meter yacht that's less a boat, more a city on water. This isn't a vacation yacht. It's a floating palace. Built by Benetti in 1980 for arms dealer Adnan Khashoggi, it starred as a villain's lair in the James Bond flick Never Say Never Again. Donald Trump snapped it up in 1988 for $28 million, dubbing it Trump Princess with a glitzy tee on the helipad. By 1991, Alwaleed bought it for $19 million, renaming it Kingdom 5KR, after his company, lucky number, and kids' initials. Step inside and it's pure opulence. Gold-plated fixtures, a custom cinema with velvet seats for a 22, a spa, gym, and a pool where the water sparkles like champagne. The helipad's ready for chopper landings, and the master suite? It's bigger than most apartments, with onyx bathrooms and silk drapes. A crew of 30 caters to every whim. Think caviar breakfast and sunset sushi spreads. Valued at $90 million, it cruises at 20 knots, slicing to the Mediterranean or Caribbean like a royal parade. Sadly, in October 2024, Kingdom 5KR crashed into a Tunisian port, denting its bow and the quay. Mechanical failure is the rumored culprit, but Alwaleed's probably already planning repairs, or a bigger yacht. This is a man who doesn't do small. Want to know what else he's splurging on? Let's keep sailing through his billionaire world. It's about to get crazier, and when he's not flying or sailing, here's what imprints Alwaleed bin Talal's garage, or more like his air-conditioned car palace. This isn't just a collection. It's a fleet of status symbols that scream wealth. Picture a lineup of Rolls-Royce Phantoms, each one gleaming with custom paint jobs. Think Midnight Sapphire or Desert Gold. That costs more than most houses. Then there's the Lamborghinis, like a Veneno that roars with 750 horsepower, and Ferraris, maybe a LaFerrari in candy apple red, turning heads faster than a royal decree. Don't sleep on a bespoke Maybach 62, decked out with diamond-stitched leather and gold-trimmed dashboards, because regular luxury just won't do. These aren't off-the-lot rides. Alwaleed custom builds his wealth on wheels. His cars, rumored to number over 300, live in climate-controlled garages across his Riyadh and Jeddah palaces, with staff polishing them to a mirror shine. Some say he's got a diamond-encrusted Mercedes SL 600, a $1 million one-off that sparkles like his Boeing 747's throne. Each vehicle's a power move, whether he's cruising to a Kingdom holding meeting or making an entrance at a Dubai gala. He doesn't just drive, he commands a road like a king, with a net worth of $16.5 billion. His garage is less a parking lot, more a museum of automotive art. Want to know what else this prince splurges on? We're diving deeper into his billionaire playground next. Stay with me. Let me paint you a picture where Prince Alwaleed bin Talal sleeps. It's not a house, it's a kingdom. His crown jewel is the Kingdom Palace in Riyadh, a 420-room mega mansion that's more like a city for one, built with 1,500 tons of Italian marble. It's got 4 gourmet kitchens churning out royal feasts, 2 Olympic-sized pools, 1 indoor, 1 out, and staff quarters bigger than most hotels. We're talking 250 TVs, gold-trimmed chandeliers, and a vault stacked with 50 wooden boxes of jewelry so lavish, a Forbes reporter nearly fainted. Need privacy? His 500,000 square foot kingdom resort nearby has 3 lakes, sprawling gardens, and a private desert vibe where falcons soar overhead. Then there's the under construction Kingdom Oasis, a 4 million square foot desert dream with a 17-acre lake and a private zoo. Because why not? Alwaleed doesn't just live, he reigns. His hotels, like the Four Seasons George V in Paris, where he owns a 23.5% stake, are basically second homes. Picture him sipping espresso in a velvet suite overlooking the Eiffel Tower, with staff calling him Your Highness. Other properties, like the Savoy in London or Four Seasons in New York, double as his personal playgrounds, with penthouses reserved just for him. This isn't a lifestyle, it's a dynasty. He lives like he owns a country, because in many ways, he kinda does. With a $16.5 billion net worth, his palaces are command centers for deals, galas, and royal retreats. It's not just wealth, it's power, etched in marble and gold. Want to know how he spends all that cash? We're diving into his billionaire splurges next. Trust me, it's wild. Here's how Prince Alwaleed bin Talal makes the money for all that. His business empire is a global chessboard, and he's a grandmaster. Through Kingdom Holding Company, Alwaleed owns stakes in some of the world's biggest names: Citigroup, Apple, X, formerly Twitter, and Four Seasons just to start. Basically, if luxury or power has a brand, he probably owns a piece of it. His strategy? Spot value, take risks, and time it like a... Wow! What a wild ride to the world of Saudi Arabia's royal family. From their mind-boggling $1.4 trillion fortune to their global influence, the House of Saud is living a life most of us can't even imagine. We've explored MBS's flashy yachts and bold Vision 2030, King Salman's strategic marriages, and the jaw-dropping investments of Prince Alwaleed. We even peeked at the darker side of their billionaire lifestyle and compared them to other royal dynasties. Whether it's their oil empire, political clout, or insane luxury, one thing's clear. The Saudi royals are a force that shapes the world in ways we're only starting to understand. So, tell me, what part of their story blew your mind the most? Was it the $500 million super yachts, the global power plays, or maybe the hidden struggles behind the glamour? I'm dying to know. If you love this deep dive, smash that like button and share this video with your friends. It helps the channel grow. Drop a comment below and let me know, who do you think is the richest king or royal out there? Is it someone we missed? Let's get the conversation going. Don't forget to hit subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss our next video. We got more juicy stories about the world's wealthiest and most powerful coming your way, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, you absolute legends. Catch you in the next one.